Hello, welcome, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I am so glad that you are here with me right now. It is right before Christmas, and here at the doll shop, Christmas and the holiday season is a sacred time for us. As you know, my mother loved Christmas more than anything, and all of these wonderful things that you see in the background behind me and that you're gonna see in this video, they're from her personal collection of things that she amassed over the years. This is just some of it, actually. It's not even all of it. There's still a bunch at her home where my dad lives and I live next door, and there's the full-size reindeer there. There's so much of it, and wonderful thing about it is my mom just loved Christmas and she loved to celebrate and she loved holidays, and I really, really love that about her. It brings out the spirit and the joyfulness of the season in me and at the doll shop. If my mom didn't love it so much, I don't think I would be doing all of this. She really instilled just the love of the holidays and to celebrate and to love each other and to be grateful and to enjoy so much. My mother, if you're new here, welcome, a special welcome if you're new here. My mother, Diane Hoffman, was in the doll industry for almost 50 years. She had 2 doll shops, the first one for just a couple of years up the street, and then she moved to this doll shop, which we have had for almost 40 years, if you can believe it. And she left me this doll shop. I worked with her in her lifetime. I grew up in this shop as a tiny little girl from the day I was born, and then I started working here washing the Windex in the windows when I was, I think, 12, and then at 14 I started on our website, and then I eventually started running the place towards the end of her life. And in her passing and going to heaven, I have taken over, of course, completely and reinvented and bringing you the content and the stuff that we do now. I am never, ever, ever going to stop talking about my mother. I am never going to stop talking about her love of the holidays, because without her and without what she has given us, I would not be here today. Of course, she's my mother, but we would not have this doll shop. We would not have these amazing things. I would not have so many of the wonderful blessings that I have in my life right now without her. And she left me this shop, and I am here now with my daughter and with our wonderful team, and we work so hard throughout the year to bring you the love of dolls and to do what we do, and it all boils back to my mom. So I love talking about her. I love honoring her, and especially around the holidays, it's such a sacred time. So 2 years ago, we set up this area over here with a huge Christmas display, it took up everything. And I left that up for 2 whole years. This year, I rearranged it a little bit because we needed to reclaim the space. We needed to be able to walk in here a little bit and to make it a little bit more functional. It took up a quarter of our shop for a good 2 years. And so we did that. And then we have like a permanent Christmas area throughout the year that's permanent all the time. But of course, for the holidays, for Christmas, right after Thanksgiving, we pulled out a lot of our things that were in the attic and rearranged and made it so sweet and pretty. So that's what we're gonna look at today. We're gonna look at some of the wonderful dolls and the things that are on display, and I'm gonna chat about them a little bit and just have a little Christmas celebration right here. So I hope that you enjoy. I appreciate you being here so very much. I hope that one of the dolls or teddy bears in this video speaks to your heart, brings you joy, or maybe brings you a wonderful memory. That's the whole point of dolls, is that dolls and teddy bears are love. They are memories. They are cherished items in our life and in our world that bring us feelings. And I hope that those feelings and what you see in this video is something that feels good. And I just really appreciate you being a part of our world and being here with us and allowing me to share with you, and that you're here with me, and we get to continue in business and in life together through this way. So let's get started. It's so fun because we have items here that were never here before, not even in the first display, which are the Madame Alexander, one of the Ladies of Fashion dolls, and the Cinderella doll. So we have so many wonderful things here, and it's just so sweet. And a lot of our favorite things. Stanley's with the baby, and we'll bring her and we'll show her a little bit, but it's just Stanley and I today. So he's with her. So this is gonna be you and me, kind of a self-guided tour, and we're just gonna share some memories and some happy Christmas times. So away we go. Let's do this. Well, here we are. Of course, we're gonna take a deep dive and get a little bit closer into everything. But I want to pan real quick so that you can see the room. Probably been a while since you've seen that wonderful pink wallpaper that we put in when we renovated. But I'm just going around so you can see our sets here from when we did our doll displays for the holiday clothing season. So here's the room. This is a small portion of our shop, but this remains always just a beautiful Christmas display, and everything inside of it is from my mother's personal collection, and I absolutely love it. And it brings me so much joy just to look at it and see it every single day. I have also added items myself, such as the Raggedy Ann and Andy's right there, and a couple other wonderful dolls. So it's becoming the two of us now, which is a lot of fun. We put all kinds of wonderful dolls. There's no rhyme or reason here, just things that we love. Here's a cloth doll that I bought. I don't really know much about her except she's definitely handmade, and I bought her because I love her little face and her personality, and she's huge. She's, I think, like 35 inches tall. It's hard to tell. She's just hanging out here on the floor, but she's wonderful. This is a Simon and How Big character that I've just always loved. She has flirty eyes and she's wonderful, and she lives here at the shop, so she had to be in our display. And then this wonderful rabbit. You can't not have the cuddly toys here, so let's pan up a little bit. This wagon my mom always had in the dining room of our house, and then I brought it here 2 years ago, in November of 2 years ago, and here it is. We have some Steiff. This guy has been in our shop for so long, so many years. I just cherish them. It's not for sale. It's just items that I just love having here for whatever reason. They're all different ages, and they're all different values, and none of that even matters to me with this. It's all sentimental and all so much fun. And of course I don't want to leave out Pedal Pusher Elowin. Our Robert Tonner dolls are so important to us here. As we pan up, you can see this wonderful boot. And here's a huge teddy bear that my mom bought from John Port's mother, Beverly Port. And we've always just had it, and she's just wonderful. If you want to learn more about all the teddy bears that you see in this video, just search John Port on our page, on our YouTube channel, and you'll see so many wonderful videos where John talks about every single one of these bears in depth. And of course the teddy bear is holding a Voland Raggedy Ann, which we all know how much we love Raggedy Ann at this shop. Here's a little swing that we found in the attic, which I think is so much fun. And we put two little bears in it. And then the other day I bought this wonderful handmade puss. I think it's handmade. I'll have to show it. No, maybe it's not handmade. I don't know. I have to research a little bit, but this Puss in Boots, he's kind of hard to see, but he's such a fun little creature. Look at his black boots. Such a cute little piece. Here, let's get in so you can see him on the side. It's adorable Puss in Boots. It's so fun. Look at the tail. So they are sitting in the swing, which is illuminated. Christopher did most of the setup here, and he asked if the swing was too much, and I said, absolutely not. Feather trees are a very important part of our culture here and our Christmas display. You're going to see feather trees throughout the whole shop, and we have them in all sizes and colors and types, and they're just wonderful. So we have feather trees also mixed in with just some modern trees. Believe it or not, I bought these at just the local dollar store, and they were $1, and they're all scattered throughout, and they're beautiful. So don't forget to check out places like that for wonderful little finds. So here is one of my favorite parts of our display right now. I just think this is so beautiful. So we have the Deborah Ballerina by Madame Alexander. And I think that this display and these dolls right here bring out so much of the imagination, because when I look at them and I see the wonderful costuming and the original tags on the wrists, it immediately makes me think of and wonder what it would be like to be maybe a child at Christmas and receive something like this. And these were not necessarily given to dolls, to children. A lot of adults did purchase these, but they were given to some children too. But a lot of it is just so much fantasy. We love fantasy and we love fairy tales. So speaking of fairy tales, here is Cinderella. And don't you just absolutely love her gown? And of course, on our channel, you can see all of these dolls super close up in the Ladies of Fashion video, which we published just a couple of months ago. Speaking of fashion, now wouldn't it be just wonderful to receive a #1 Barbie on Christmas? You can just pretend it's 1959 and this was your present that year. It's just amazing. Over the years, I have actually purchased from people #1 Barbies that they received as presents in 1959. It's just incredible. Back here we have a beautiful Brew fashion from the 1890s. Linda worked on her and she just looks gorgeous. Her outfit is actually, I believe the top is backwards, so it needs to be turned around. But I didn't want to do that right now, so, she's just hanging out. Sometimes we wear our shirts backwards once in a while. But she looks gorgeous. And then this is one of my favorite paintings that my mom bought at auction years ago. And the child is wrapping a scarf around her doll, which is just so beautiful. We're going to pan up and you're going to see the wonderful Rosemary Volpe Santas that we have here, but I wanted to just share something. Do you see that? That is the fabric that my mom's pug, Holly, who is my dad's pug now, got into when she was a little puppy. She got in so much trouble, and little puppies do that, but that was one of her naughty moments, is she did that. So I actually look at that and I think of the pug and I think of my mom, and it's actually a good memory, even though we wish that didn't happen. So this sled I found in the attic, which I think is perfect to be part of a Christmas display. And this is Santa #1. Rosemary Volpe is an amazing artist. If you look on my channel, you can see an interview that I did with her about these Santas. But I have such good memories of actually going to Rosemary's house and picking these Santas up. And my mom even went a couple times while Rosemary was making them, which took so long. She made 3 of them in her lifetime, these large Santas. Rosemary Volpe is known for her incredible Santas, but these are just beyond. They're beyond anything. And my mom got 2 of the 3. So there is Santa #1, and he's holding a bag full of presents and a beautiful wax doll. This beautiful tree is so sentimental to me for a number of reasons. The first reason is because Billy Harris gave it to us. She was so incredibly generous to send us this tree and then something like 30 boxes of ornaments. All these ornaments are from Billy. There's a couple that have been sent to us by wonderful friends that made them for us or sent them to us, but the rest of them are all from Billy. And the tree itself is just such a high quality, beautiful tree. It has a remote. We've never had an artificial tree that was a modern one that was so wonderful. And then my dear friend, Stan Gregg, who does not live here anymore, he moved to a beautiful old historic home in Illinois. decorated it. And he is so incredibly good at what he does. After Christmas, when he did this, I never took it down because it's just so beautiful and I just didn't want to put it away, so it stays up all the time. Now, moving over here is the famous crib. This is an antique Victorian crib. My mom actually used this crib for me. I remember being a child in this crib. I remember removing some of the bars, pulling them out, and escaping through the side. Now, this crib I would not recommend for a baby. I did fine. I survived, obviously, but it's kind of fragile. So people asked when I got pregnant if I was going to use the crib for Holly and Diane, and no, I don't, but it is wonderful to have here, and we have it full of treasures. I really want to recreate this photo. This is my mom and I was 1 year old in this photo. And I remember when I first had Holland thinking, is she ever going to be that big? And now she's bigger than that. So it's just so funny how fast time flies. Now here in the crib, of course, we have wonderful treasures, treasured dolls. These are two handmade Raggedy Ann and Andy's that my mom has had since forever. They're from the 1920s and they're just so special. I really love, especially on Andy, look how rosy his cheeks are. And I really love the exaggerated smile that is hand drawn on his face. He has so much personality. They should have given the same rosy cheeks to Raggedy Ann, but they didn't. I think it would have been so cute on her. But the artist did this. Look how different the faces are, and they're just wonderful. This is a Steiner, and my mom loved wearing bumblebee brooches, and I did not put this brooch on this doll. My mom put that brooch on that doll, and I just think that's so special when I realize that. This is a one-of-a-kind doll that Helen Kish made for us in 2020. She's absolutely stunning. I have a video of her on our channel as well, but she handmade this entire outfit, and it is all white and hand beaded and just incredible. It was so generous of Helen Kish to do that. She is one of our favorite doll artists. And this right here is a very rare oversized Volan Raggedy Andy. He's one of two here that we have at the shop, and his face is just so happy and special. He's one of my favorite dolls. Here in the middle of the doll shop is our set from our holiday unboxing for Club Grace and the virtual doll convention, and our subscription and our holiday collection. I decided to actually leave this in the middle of the room because this is a really important part of our shop here and our business, and it is what churns the wheel for us every single month. So it's important, and I'm really proud of what I have done here and with my contributors and the wonderful people that I work with to create these products that you see right here. And so many of you that are watching are our customers that have purchased them. So we are so incredibly grateful to you, and it's just important that I show this because this is a part of our life, and one of the reasons why I am able to stand here and to do this and to make videos and have editors and do what we do is because we have this business right here. So, but nestled in here are just some of our favorite things. There's a Grace doll, and then this is one of my mom's just most ragged old teddy bears. I think he's missing both of his legs. She's had him since forever, since as long as I can remember. This is a wonderful, wonderful old Merry Christmas postcard. Of course, Elowin. And we have a tiny little feather tree. This is a tiny one that I actually bought last year. No, I bought it this year. And it has some wonderful Dresden ornaments. Look at that fabulous camel ornament. We're gonna look at some Dresden ornaments when I get to the antique feather tree. On the other side of the crib are two of my mom's favorite teddy bears. And one of our ladies of fashion, Madame Alexander dolls. Look at her in her dress. She just looks she looks like the Christmas doll, the girl at the ball. You can see her rhinestones. She is just absolutely wonderful. These are very early antique teddy bears. They are by Steiff, and this is one of my mom's best loved teddies right here, and he even has a button that says best loved Teddy. He's always had that button. This is Santa number 2 by Rosemary Volpe. He's the one that my mom always had upstairs. She had one upstairs and one downstairs. In our home, it was Christmas year round. She had, I think, I am not exaggerating, 6 or 7 decorated trees all the time, up all year long. 2 Santas, the reindeer, which I took back home. She just loved it, and you know, why not? It's just such a wonderful time. So now we're gonna get into one of my mom's favorite things of all time, and this is her antique feather tree that is massive. I remember when she bought this. I believe it was at a UFDC convention, and one of the dealers was coming in with this tree, and he had it, and she saw it, and she followed the top of it. Like, all she could see going through the aisles was the top of the tree, and she followed the tree until it stopped at the booth, and she bought it. She had to have it. It is absolutely spectacular, and then from there, she spent the next, gosh, I remember her just going crazy over the next several years buying the ornaments for this tree. There were some ornaments that she spent hundreds of dollars on just for one ornament. Some of the very early antique Dresden paper ornaments. But each ornament she bought because it meant something to her. And gosh, she had a good time doing it. So this tree stayed in her house as long as I can remember. I remember being maybe in my early teens when she bought it, so probably at least 20 years at this point. But as we get nestled in, you can see some of the wonderful paper, Dresden paper ornaments. It's beautiful. Look at that sun. Here's a goose. That one's not the Dresden paper, but there's a lot of Dresden here. Here's a turkey. That's Dresden paper. She really liked Max and Moritz too, so you're going to see some Max and Moritz ornaments. A lot of them were also given to her too. It's just a very sentimental tree. There's Kewpies. Look at that grizzly bear. And she loved angels. She's my angel now, but she loved angels, and so there's an angel at the top. Looks like an archangel. I love this Victorian pram. It is so special, and it always looks so wonderful in our shop. And it's nestled with a drawing that Diana Vining did of Diane and the wonderful oversized Raggedy Ann and Andy pair that are just so incredibly special to me. A little miniature, not miniature, he's miniature compared Voland Raggedy Andy with a single eyelash. He's very special. And then there is a doll that Diana Vining made for me that I think is so sweet. It's like her own little Dolly Dingle. She made for me for Christmas one year. She's wearing a little Christmas outfit, so I think that's just perfect. There's a Gone with the Wind Robert Tonner doll among 2 more feather trees. We have some presents. Here's a beautiful Gemot and a Tiffany lamp. The teller's cage is so special. My mom bought this out of an arcade right when she opened, and a downtown Denver arcade that was closing, and we've had it forever. We used it to check people out for many decades, and it's been a part of the shop since my mom's first shop, so she's had it forever. This stork came from my mom's bedroom. I brought that in. I think it's just so special. We put a little Christmas conductor hat up there. You can just envision maybe the conductor who just got in from work and he's going to go greet his family. We have Elowen in a very Colorado outfit. I think that might be Pedal Pusher actually, Pedal Pusher Elowen. An Underwood typewriter, and then we just decorated it with more lights and fun. As you pan down, we have two Jumeaus. This is a 1907 Jumeau that came to us nude, and she's very large, and Linda dressed her just beautifully. Look at her Christmas cape and her wonderful outfit. Linda did such a good job. And this is another sweet Jumeau, just ready and waiting to go play in the snow. This isn't an official part of the Christmas display, but it's here in the Christmas room, so of course I have to show our wonderful Max and Maritz. And then here is a Christmas angel. That's my mom. She's probably about 34 right there. And I love this. This is a Googly and her little teddy bear peeking out of a box. Wouldn't that be a wonderful present on Christmas morning? And of course, some of our favorite French dolls here in the shop. This is a beautiful early Jumeau. This is a Steiner. Another Jumeau. Another Jumeau. It's a long face Jumeau. And right here is a Petite and Dumontier French bisque. Beautiful baby. I love this doll. And this is so perfect for the season. A wonderful size 2 Brew in a gorgeous Christmas outfit. Why don't I just turn that around so you can just see how wonderful that is. Look at that. Get the little side down, perfect for Christmas morning. Wouldn't you like to have that under your tree? Yes. Or to open up this box and have a nursing brew inside. Oscar Hit Googly is one of the prizes in her collection and in ours here at the shop. It's a very rare Googly doll by Oscar Hit. I took this photo of my mom outside the shop for our website one year. That was my mom. She loved this baby shop right here. This wonderful Bilo baby shop. So cute. Look at this. Baby's Laundry. We just took a little detour down to the other part of the shop because this is such a special little corner of our shop, and you can see me in the background. Hi everybody. This right here is one of my mom's favorite candy containers. He's huge. He's about 2 feet tall and he is just incredible. So I had to show him and some of the other wonderful candy containers and fun items that are here in the doll shop. One of my goals for the new year is to separate out the things that we made for the display when we had our, I guess, grand reopening here this year, and separate the things that are for sale and the things that I put just to fill out the display. But this is our Christmas case, and so of course we have to show you some of the wonderful treasures in this case. As I go through here, let me know if you have some of these items. If you're a Christmas, do you decorate for Christmas? Do you like putting things out? I just think it's so special, especially because I have these things. Well, that's about the end of our tour. I really enjoyed spending this special time with you, and it was just us, and it was so much fun. So thank you so much for being here and a part of our doll shop and our story. We love you so very much, and we appreciate you being here and a part of our lives and enjoying the Christmas and holiday season with us. So from our house to yours, from our doll shop to wherever you are watching this from, thank you so much for being here, and we love you. Bye.